Hello guys, how are we all doing? What a massive win for the Sky Blues. 4-0 at Huddersfield Town, guys. Do share your thoughts down below because we're going to break it down and talk about Coventry City, who are now 3 points off that top 6. Do make sure to drop a like. We'll go for 150 likes on this video. Do make sure to subscribe. And Cookie, was it a 4-0 game? What are we saying?
I don't know. I just feel like Cov today were mad clinical. I got here late in the first half, right? So I didn't see the first 15 or so minutes. So I can't comment on that at all. But it was quite even in that first half. Second half, there was only one team in it, really, and that was Cov. And it just seemed like Huddersfield just rolled over and said, nah, we can't be bothered. Take the points, mate.
Yeah, something I said before the game is how big the first goal would be, and obviously we got that. And you feel like their heads went down a bit because they were so rubbish in the second half, and it could have been so much more than 4, couldn't it?
Yeah, well, my analysis of the game was it was quite scrappy at the beginning. First few minutes before you got here. And then they had a few more shots, a few more corners than we did and that. But we managed to scrape the goal, against winner play as such. Second half, they came in.
The stats were even, weren't they?
Yeah. The second half, they came in guns blazing, to be fair. Before we got that second goal, they were more on fire. But we got that second goal and we just flew. And it just, Hamer. Class.
Yeah, he came out as man of the match. Let's just quickly go through the goals. So obviously Coventry City scored just on the 30-minute mark. Gyökeres making it 1-0 and half-time 1-0. You're thinking, oh, can Cov, see it out or maybe get a second? We did not expect a 4-0 job. This is our biggest win this season. Hamer made it 2 on 55, and then look at that, straight after Gyökeres makes it 3 on 59. And brilliant to see Tyler Walker come on and get a goal on 90+3. Gyökeres assisting for that one. Honestly, we'll just talk about the performance a bit more before we come on to the table. I don't know. I mean, it's weird. Like you say, it's a bit like two slightly different performances. The first half was a team that Coventry came across as a team that didn't play amazing, but found the ability to get the goal and be in front. And then in the second half, we actually looked like a very good attacking team, didn't we?
Yeah, I think Huddersfield were too easy to break down, though. There was too many chances where they allowed Gyökeres to run at their back line. And if there's one thing we all know in this league right now is Gyökeres is scary when he's running at defenders. And you can't let him have that space and that ability to do that. And they got that wrong today. But ultimately, we're looking at the stats here. Huddersfield, more shots than Cov.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing today, we were clinical, and that's not something you can usually accredit to Cov.
Say it's Coventry, yeah.
Normally, it's 20+ shots, and we might have got 1 or not even. But today, mate, what, 13 shots, 4 goals? Tell you that, it's happy days, isn't it? 6 on target as well.
Would you say that's because of the academy? Do you reckon that the academy players that are more
well,
that?
Yeah. Let's go to the starting 11 because we didn't quite mention that at the start. Obviously, Coventry City fans will know midfield is where we're getting quite a few of our injuries, and Jamie Allen was the latest injury at Preston North End. So it left a gap, which Ryan Howley filled today, and we'll say he did a very good job. One thing I said about this is Coventry City can make do, because I think we've got 2 good strikers there. We've got other strikers on the bench as well. The back line is solid, and although the midfield looks a tiny bit weak, you could say, because 2 youngsters are in there, Hamer is so important. As long as he stays fit for the final running of this season, he was man of the match today. He can sometimes carry a young player with him, can't he?
Oh, big time! And I think as well, Eccles isn't just a young player who needs coaching through. He's obviously that a little bit, but Eccles is quite a solid centre midfielder.
Yeah.
The only sort of one we had question marks over was Howley, but he looks like a big fella, to be fair, like 6'1", 6'2", got stuck in. He's not like a Callum O'Hare where he's going to be creating chances like Casey Palmer as well, but he got stuck in. Did a job, and I actually think that midfield 3 was quite good.
Yeah.
Before the game, you're looking at it thinking, oh no, this could be a bit weak, this, and obviously Hamer's going to have to carry it. He did, but ultimately, those boys didn't disgrace themselves at all. I thought they were really good. Eccles and Howley. Is that his debut, is it, Howley, or is it full first start?
I think that's definitely his first start. I've not seen him.
Fair play to him, mate, because he was decent. He's not an attacking midfielder. Let's just get that out there. He ain't one of them. But he went in there and he did a job, and he did it really well. 4-0. What more can you say about that?
Well,
Hamer though, sick.
Yeah,
so good.
Well,
Hamer was man of the match, and Gyökeres came second with a match rating. We'll just quickly jump to the table, sorry guys, to get into the real meat of it. Coventry City are up to 8th, 3 points off that top 6. 6 games unbeaten, and our next 3 games are against Hull City, Blackpool and Wigan Athletic. And Wigan and Blackpool are down on a level with Huddersfield at the moment. So, you know, we could really punish some of these teams. Coventry have got the so-called easiest run in now. Boys, do we make it?
I think there's a very good chance for it.
I think so.
Unless we get a crippling injury to one of our star players, either Gyökeres, Hamer or McFadzean, I would say we're definitely... No, not Godwin. I would say we're definitely in with a chance. If Gyökeres, I think, could be a massive miss at this point of the season, mentally, more than anything, because he's the man that's carrying us forward, right? But if Hamer goes, or if McFadzean goes again, that could be it.
I think, I think we could just about run on what we've got. It's like a car's got a few miles in it.
Yeah.
But as soon as there's an injury to one of the centre-backs, or Hamer or Gyökeres, I think that is probably where the car runs out of fuel, and that is the end of the dream. Because you look at that, that's still incredible form. And, you know, Ben Sheaf, Callum O'Hare, Casey Palmer, Jamie Allen, Liam Kelly. If you'd have said all 5 of those players would be injured, you'd be like, well, Cov are going to go on a bad run. We're not. We're on the opposite. We're on a brilliant run.
I think ultimately we've still got that spine right now from this game. You've got, if you look all the way up the middle of the pitch, you've still got McFadzean in the centre, you've got Hamer in the centre, and you've got Gyökeres in the centre. That's a good, strong spine.
Yeah.
If that spine snaps, we're not making a top 6.
Paralysed, yeah, absolutely. What about then? I mean, this is looking away from Coventry. Which teams can Coventry catch in this conversation, Cookie? Because we're not going to catch Burnley or Sheffield United. Middlesbrough, I think, will be in the top 3 conversation and, you know, chasing the top 2. Luton, Blackburn, Norwich, Millwall. Who could we overtake?
Do you know what? It's difficult because if we're looking at the run of form there, every team in that position right now is on a good run of form. And it's very difficult to predict what could happen towards the end of the season. But as we were mentioning on the stream, all it is now is results. That's all it is now, is a results business. We were talking about how, like, attractive football might not... No one cares about it right now. This is it. This is the crunch time, and all we're looking for is results. And all of the teams around us and above, they're all picking up them results, man. So it's really difficult to sort of try and pick out 1 or 2 teams there that aren't going to be in the top 6 at the end of the season if we're going to try and include ourselves. I don't know. It's really hard to say, isn't it?
Ultimately, there's going to be a good team that misses out because, you know, Millwall and Coventry, you know, they've both been very good this season, but they are just currently on the outside of it. So
I mean, if we were going to go on form, let's just say Luton drop out, but that's like... It's so hard to tell at this point. Do you know what I mean? Like, because Luton there, 3 draws and a loss in the last 5, right? It doesn't look great, but ultimately they can dog out some results. But our final run in is favourable, isn't it?
Well, let's jump onto that to wrap things up. Hull City, Wigan and Blackpool, and then it's an international break. So obviously, you know, we're adults. We take it game by game. We don't just think, right, we're going to win everything. Ultimately, I'd be happy if we can... I generally don't think it's impossible to win all 3. If I'm trying to be realistic, 2 wins and a draw.
Well, you say that, as well. The last 6 games we've played, we've conceded 1 goal.
Yes,
yeah.
And we're winning quite a few. We're not conceding at all.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I think 3 wins on the bounce.
Yeah, who's to say we can't?
Hopefully.
Who says we can't do that?
If we were to lose one, Hull, would you say?
That's at home, man. We're not losing home.
Yes, do you know what's interesting? That they're the toughest opponent, but it's at home, and then these 2 away.
You
honestly,
think about the support that's going to be there for Blackpool as well.
I think honestly, I'm starting to feel more confident on the road as well. We've just beaten Rotherham away, just beaten Huddersfield away, and 4-0 as well. I mean, just honestly, things are clicking at home and on the road. Thoughts, Jamie? Just before we wrap it up, happy?
Very happy. 4-0. 4-0. When was the last time we won by that margin?
Away from home as well.
Yeah, I don't.
Luton.
Come on, get your little autism cough brain up. Where is it?
We haven't won 4-0 this season. That's our biggest win this season.
I don't remember the last time we won 4-0. Like Hartlepool donkeys years ago when we smashed them like 5-0
away from home. It's a
long time ago, isn't it?
6-1 at Cheltenham in League 2. I remember.
Yeah.
Won. So that might be our biggest away win up until this point. If you know more than me,
do you know as well? It wasn't even like one of those games where a 4-0 battering away from home.
Sunderland 5-4. We scored 5.
Yeah, I suppose. But that's not like a hammering, though, is it? This looks like a battering. Although I don't think the game was like that. Do you know what I mean? I think even to an extent.
Yeah.
Cov 1 or 2-0 maybe. Let's just finish. Sorry, quickly with Huddersfield. Do you think they're going down?
If we're going to base it on that, they just look like they rolled over. There was no fight, was there? There was that
sense of urgency.
There was that fella on the left they had who looked like he was the only one who wanted to actually do something. But ultimately, that was poor. They just rolled over in the second half and just said, "No, we're done, mate. You finish us off." It was pretty rubbish, to be fair.
Right, we'll wrap it up there though, guys. Honestly, happy days for the Coventry City fans. Sorry if you're a Huddersfield fan, but that is football for you. Do make sure you've dropped a like. 150 likes would be amazing. Do make sure to subscribe again. And thank you for your great support, boys.
No worries, mate.
Been a
Thanks for
pleasure.
having us.
We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
See you later, guys.